What in the world, what's going on, man? It's your boy Big Low Country. I hope that everybody out there is doing great tonight. For everyone out there who don't know me, my name is Big Low Country. I'm just old country boy, former football coach that love to sit around and talk about sports. Much love to everybody who came on to chill out with us tonight. We're gonna chop it up. We're gonna do our weekly Wednesday show. If you don't know, that noise that you hear in the background, that's Coach Roney trying to get into the caramel cheddar popcorn. So, you're gonna hear. So if you hear some ruffling in the background, as you can see, the settings, it's a little bit different. Oh, let me go ahead and close that so don't nobody be peeking in here on me. I'm here at Mama Country's house trying to get some things done, boy. I tell you, country boys life. I'm stretched out all the time. First of all, let me show love to everybody who's showing love to me. Also, make sure if you're watching the show after we went live, make sure that you put a "what in the world" bow in the comments. I promise you, do that. I dance at your wedding one day. John Brooks in here says I'm first, and I hit that like button. I definitely appreciate it. My brother granddaughter says, yo, Coach Roney, Coach Lowe, home of the what is in this man's cup is in this man's cup. Please hit that like/subscribe button. Much appreciated. Much love to you, Coach Cartier in here. What's going on, Coach Wallace? Got old Dex in here. Joseph Thornton. I know you got that all for me. Jermaine, much love. Mac Time Mike. He said he's finally on time tonight. He said, oh, man. Definitely. Lowski, what's good? Coach Dre says, what's up, beloveds? What's up, beloveds? He said, how's everyone feeling on this hump night tonight? What's going on with you, man? What's going on with you? So, we got a few things that we need to talk about. We were talking, everybody's talking, and everybody's excited about the NFL draft and the moves that the Falcons made and everything, right? Now we're at that point of the season or of the offseason where it's like, what do you do to make your team better moving forward, right? Definitely. Coach Tyler here says him and Coach Christine, they ready to talk. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I love to hear. Nocturnal Tech Talk. What's going on, man? It's been a minute. Much love to you, Coach. You said much love to you too, Coach Roney. Coach Roney would say hey, but she's eating the cheddar caramel popcorn. So, she tied up. I say hey for her. But what can the Falcons do, to kind of shore up this team to, make sure that they dot their I's and cross their T's, or as they say in the country, dot their T's and cross their I's. Now, moving forward, one of the biggest things that we need to address, we need some veteran help on the offensive line, right? We need some veteran help on the offensive line after we've, Terry Fine, I know he's kind of came in and sprinkled his magic dust, and we got some money to play with. We come a long way from being one of the worst teams in the league with the salary cap situation. We came a long way from that to, having $14-15 million. Now, one thing that we have to remember, though, guys, is that a lot of it has to do with, what kind of deals can we get with this rookie class? So with a rookie class, will they actually be able to, sign these guys for, very team-friendly deals so we could put some talent around them moving forward, right? That's definitely important. Coach Rodis, I'm telling all the business. Oh, man. So Coach Dre, how the coaching staff is. It's an all-inclusive kind of situation. Coach Dre says, I want us to pick up defensive tackle Akeem Nicks since we didn't get one out of the draft or in free agency. So he's looking for that defensive line. He's trying to get that, that nose tackle who's, going to be playing predominantly in that A gap or in that 3 technique most of the time. So, I could definitely see that. Depending on the moves that we make moving forward, i.e. Dion Jones, that's going to determine what we're going to do. What's going on, Dre? I see you in here, Monty. What in the world, Bo? What in the world, Dre? Molly Mall in here with the hating eyes. What? Molly Mall in here with the hating eyes. Nocturnal Tech Talk says all the analysis saying Atlanta is the worst team, hands down. What's up with that? That's what I'm trying to figure out, Bo. What's up with that? Everybody talk about Atlanta's just so terrible. So you mean to tell me that almost every team except for one team or two teams are worse than the Atlanta Falcons? I just don't see it, Bo. I legit don't see it. But it's one of those things. House Knight says, I haven't felt this excited about a draft class since 2016's draft class. Oh man. So you saying something. Now, Coach Wallace, Wallace Smith, Arthur Smith's cousin, he said, look, Coach, there's no good veterans left in free agency, and we need to see what we have with what we've got. Okay. So Coach Dre, he's already presented one potential solution for us with the King Knicks, right? And I do want to apologize to y'all for getting on here too late. I was on the road earlier, and I normally try to get on a little bit earlier, but fact of the matter is that we on. So that's the thing. Michael Farmer, he says, what's inside the planet, Bo? Just got here, man. Hey, we trying to make it, Bo. We trying to make it. So yeah, Hakeem Nicks, that is definitely one option. We know that we got that Chicago Bears connection, right? But I'm gonna be completely honest with y'all, Bo. I think another viable option for the Atlanta Falcons is J.C. Tretter. I'm gonna go ahead and throw it on out there. And I haven't came up with this one myself. I can't take full credit for this take. I got to give credit where it is due. J.R. Clark from Pound for Pound. He mentioned this last night on his show, and I said, Bo, you know what? You got me thinking. I'm starting to get naked with this whole J.C. Tretter. For everybody who don't know, J.C. Tretter, he used to be the center for the Cleveland Browns. Very good center, veteran center. I think he's like 31, if I'm not mistaken, 32. But if you're going to make this transition to be this more physical, more imposing football team, you need to be in one of those situations, guys, where your offensive line has to be on point. And putting two young Thundercats out there beside each other, and Hennessy, he just didn't. Hennessy was looking watered down last year. I mean, I just got to be honest with you. Hennessy was looking watered down. He didn't look like he came off the top shelf. He looked like he came out of the shed behind your uncle's house. But Matt Hennessy, he looked like he wasn't legit. He was standing up the whole time. I seen somebody on Twitter said, man, he stood that boy up like Rock'em Sock'em Robots. I said, what? What in the world? But with that being said, if you get a veteran to put on one side of Jalen Mayfield, because like I said, guys, it's one of those cases. We legitimately can't count Jalen Mayfield out. They say that guys who played tackle, who moved to guard in the NFL, the first year, they normally start off kind of slow. In the second year, they normally show exponential growth. That's a college word, exponential growth. They normally show that really good growth. So we have to make sure that we take that in mind. Now, if he plays between one veteran and Jake Matthews, who we're going to have a conversation about Jake Matthews in a few minutes, and another veteran and J.C. Tretter, I think he'll take that step. What you say? What kind of cake you got? She made some pound cake. Mom, what kind of pound cake this is in here? Sour cream. Of course, yes. I would love a piece of the pound cake. But yeah. So I want to know y'all's opinions. Do you think J.C. Tretter would be a good pickup for this team, or do you think he might be a little bit too old? If you think he would be a good move, put a 1 in the chat. If you think it's not a good move, put a 2 in the chat. Thank you so much, baby. Oh man, that's a pretty piece right there, boy. Cut that thing. I see that thing right there, boy. Cut that thing good too, Coach Ron. Like you've been cutting cake for a living or something. I can't ever cut a pretty piece of cake. Let me see here. Okay. There's something different about this cake. What's the deal with this cake?
What's different?
I don't know what's different.
In a good way?
See, they're laughing. Like, what the world? Hold on.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Is it different in a good way?
I don't know. I'm still trying to wrap my.
Why'd you laugh?
I don't know why she laughing. Let's see here. What?
I don't know. It says lemony.
Yeah, it say lemony. That's the word. It say citrusy.
Yeah.
I don't know what. You try to recreate the wheel, like what? Oh man. Coach Wallace, he said, hey Coach, Hicks, he doesn't play on offense. And you said offense. Yeah. So I think Coach Dre, he was talking about Hakeem Hicks playing defense since we didn't get that defensive tackle in the draft. On offense, I was talking about JC Treader. So let's see here. Let me see what everybody say. Let's see, Coach Will Talk Sports is in here. Much love to you, Coach Will. Bridget, what's going on, Coach Bridget? What in the world, Coach? Jermaine Jonigan, Coach Dre. They said that they think they like that move. Who that for life in here? He says, what in the world? He said, wait a minute. He said, who that? No, you meant rise up. No, bro. He coming here with the wrong stuff now. Coach Will says one. He says he thinks it's one of those cases where JC Treader might be the move. Mac Town Mike, he says, does it have rum in it? Coach, hey mama. Somebody just asked me, this thing got rum in it? No. Oh, okay. Nah, she said it ain't got no rum in it. Coach Ghost Pepper says center. JC Treader, defensive lineman Akeem Hicks, and defensive lineman Larry Okunjobi. Larry Juan Kenobi Okunjobi. Hey, you're right. They could all be good pickups. Giovanni Hernandez is in here. I think this is my first time seeing you in here, Giovanni. Much love to you. Thank you so much for chilling out with us. He says, what do you think about the Falcons possibly getting rid of Dion Jones?
Might have that room.
Yeah. Mr. Jones came here. He said his half of it got rum in it. So, I might have to try Mr. Jones. He and I'm sure that he put the rum in it after it got finished baking, so it take the alcohol out. Oh man, Molly Mall said dun dun dun, about to get Superman drunk. Coach Wallace said JC Treader would be good, but I think we would have gotten them already. Now, I don't know if that would be the case, Coach Wallace, and the reason why I say that is it's one of those cases where, remember, you still have to sign your draft class, right? One of the main reasons why they extended Grady Jarrett is so they could sign that draft class. So after they sign that draft class, I think there could definitely be some additional moves that would be made. It would not surprise me. It legitimately would not surprise me. False Start Falcon says, hey, Bo, Marcus Mariota threw a dime today. I seen that the boys, they said both of them looking good. They say both of them looking good. Now, look, that's another thing that we have to keep in mind. So since you're getting, and we don't know who it's going to be, whether it's going to be Mariota or if it's going to be Desmond Ridder, the fact of the matter is that you got a new quarterback and you want to make him feel as comfortable as possible. Look, think about this, guys. Whenever you go over to somebody's house, what do? They make the bed for you. They wash the sheets. They make the bed for you. Now, look, if y'all don't do this, I'm giving y'all host etiquette. You go ahead and make the bed and do what you need to do. So moving forward, you don't have them coming to an unkempt bed. You're looking like an unkempt host. Don't do that. So whenever you get this new quarterback coming in this new situation, make the bed for him. Have everything clean. You know what I'm saying? Whenever we started, we come home, Mr. Joe, he set out candy and fruit for us in the guest bedroom. Mom Country said never do that. You know, it's nice to turn over, just get a piece of chocolate. You know what I'm saying? So moving forward, you know, we need to do that. We need to make sure that we have a center that takes care of your quarterback. So whenever he has to step up, you don't have to worry about it. You don't have to worry about Matt Hennessy get pushed back into you. You know what I'm saying? Edward Jenkins says, "Hey, Bo, you drink Coke with Shine? What in the world, Bo?" nah. Look, moonshine enough. You know that's and like I said, I never said it was shine. I said it might be water, it might be moonshine. But if you see me smiling, that just means I'm happy to see you. But if it was shine, you can't do Coke with it because the shine's burning enough. You don't want something else that's gonna be burning your throat up, huh? Oh, I'm sorry. I thought it said Coke. He says, you drink. Okay. So you talk about the hey, you know, I ain't gonna lie to you. I learned a long time ago not to say I like a cake when I don't like a cake. You know, so a long time ago, there was a lady. See, we had a cake at a gathering, right? We had a cake at a gathering, and she was like, "Hey, Coach Lowe, how do you like the cake?" I said, "Oh man, that cake's good, blueberry cake." I'm like, "Man, that thing good." And you know, I wasn't too crazy about it, but you know, now moving forward, came to my wedding. Me and Coach Ronald was up there, and you know, yeah, Coach Ronald, she told the truth. She said, "Hey, you know, it seems like a nice cake. I see that you're excited about it, but you know, it's not for me." Me, I was like, "Oh man, oh, this thing is good." You know, do the whole fake eating thing, you know. So then, fast forward to our wedding, we sitting there in front of 400 people. You know, sister, she comes, whole cake, half of the cake. Said, "Hey, I brought your favorite cake." We sitting up there on the stage. I'm sitting here like, "Oh man, now I gotta eat this lie." And she watched me the whole time. So I learned my lesson. You know, so it's one of those things, man. It's one of those things. What's going on, Coach Jerry? Much love to you. Well, we never said who it was, so oh man, the real Coach Low, Coach Ronnie, hello. Peace and blessings always, family. Definitely. Much love to you. Much love to you. Matt Time, Mike, Coach Dre. I think JC Treader, they think he'll be that guy if we did make that move. So Coach Wilder says, so Coach Low, that might mean that Treader wants more than a 1 year deal because we probably could have gotten him on a 1 year deal. Well, don't forget, Coach, that you know those 1 year deals. You know, since you're going the whole renter player route, they're normally a little bit more expensive than multiple year deals, right? If you could do a 1 year deal with incentives, you know, sometimes you can make those a little bit cheaper with the post contract paperwork. But yeah, I mean it's one of those things. He's still out there, and I know that we need some help on the offensive line. I think that'll be a good move to make. I legitimately do. Mother Mom says, Big Low, why didn't you put the truck with the fish sticker in the why did you put the truck with the fish sticker in the Rick Ross car show? Man, look, I didn't want to put Rick Ross to shame, you know, with that big old fish. Next thing you know, he gonna be trying to go fishing with me. You know, I mean, you, you can't take everybody to your spots, especially when you catch fish that big. Now, I wanted to talk to y'all because this offensive line, I think is still a need for concern, right? Normally, whenever you have a coach, he's coming in on the second year. It's normally pretty. That first year and that second year is normally a little bit different uh, for the offensive line. So I'm thinking that the offensive line will definitely be better. We got more talent um, as far as our skill positions, which is also going to make our offensive line better. Hopefully, the quarterback's not going to have to hold the ball and be back there patting the ball too much, right? Millie Mills, what in the world, Bo? What's going on? What's going on, Coach Padre? Much love to you. Hell Snipe says, Coach, what do you think about getting Quentin Spain and JC Treader? Man, I don't know. That's gonna be tough, Bo. That's gonna be tough. Look, I do need y'all to do a country boy a favor though. If you would like Spain or Treader or any additional help on the offensive line, make sure that you do a country boy a favor and hit that like button for me. I would definitely appreciate it. You just want to find a way to express yourself, make sure that you hit that like button. Also, make sure that you share the channel with your friends and family. Definitely, definitely. The real says Mayfield will play much better this year. Well, that's a good question. Y'all let me know what y'all think because I'm assuming that Mayfield's going to play better. If you feel like Jalen Mayfield's going to play better, put a 1 in the chat. If you feel like it's one of those cases where he is who he is, put a 2 in the chat. Because I'm going off of assumption, and I learned a long time ago you don't assume nothing. Because whatever you assume, it makes me and you look bad. Oh man! So if you feel like he's going to be better, put a 1 in the chat. If you feel like it's one of those cases where, he is who he is, put a 2 in the chat. I want to know what y'all thinking, man. John Brooks says, Coach Lowe, we need to re-sign Gurley. That way he could retire Falcon. Plus, he wouldn't have to do much because we have Patterson. Gurley, he could be a third down back. I don't know, Coach. I think you might as well stick a fork in Gurley. I think he's about done, Bo. He sit out the whole – well, no, he didn't sit out the whole season last year, but it just seems like he's kind of done. Let's see here. Let me see what everybody's saying in the chat here. This whole conversation about Jalen Mayfield. Taylor Made Productions, he's in here. Y'all make sure y'all welcome Taylor Made. He says, do you think we can make a Cincinnati Bengals type turnaround? They built their roster with skilled players and a pretty good defense. I don't know. That's a good question, Coach. And don't forget that the Cincinnati Bengals, their offensive line, it wasn't even fair to Midland. It was hard times down there, boy. Joe Burrow was getting whooped up on. Like he was on the other side of the Home Alone movie. The real. He said he thinks that Jalen Mayfield is going to take a step. Hal, he says that, he is who he is. Ain't no changing it. He said you can't. Ain't nothing you can do with that. Shane Elliott, he thinks he's going to get better. Molly Mall, he still got that hate in his heart. Molly Mall hater alert. Coach Dre thinks he's going to get better. Let's see. Foles up said he thinks Jalen Mayfield will get better. Hal Snipe says, I'd rather have the kid from Georgia in there or Justin Schaefer. Okay. Coach Wilder says, well, we haven't seen our offensive line for this year yet because they might be some shakeup on the line. And that's true. They last year they came out and said that Will Andrews was going to be the starter. And nobody really expected that. Dre True Statement says he thinks that he will improve as well. Padre says 1, but 0 to 1 is technically bad. 0 to 1 real quick. Michael Farmer said 1 for sure. He was learning after he got thrown in the fire. And one thing that we got to remember, guys, is that, that progression, sometimes it's kind of like my brother said, sometimes some things are just like a boo-boo sandwich. All you just need is more bread sometimes. I think Jalen Mayfield was a carb-free boo-boo sandwich last year. And he was getting better towards the end of the year, like I said, but, we'll definitely see. Hal Snipe says Schaefer and Dahlman need to be starters. Okay. I mean, I can see that. I definitely, I just don't want to go with Hennessy. Hennessy, that's rough. Now, if his last name was Moonshine, I'd be good with him. I said, put him in there. But Hennessy, nah, I'm good. Coach Ghost Peppers, he says 3. He says this is the hoping that Jalen Mayfield plays better. So, I mean, we know that on this offensive line, we have a few issues, right? We got Jalen Mayfield, who started to show some improvement closer to the end of the year. Matt Hennessy, he was looking. Sometimes he got thrown around a little bit. He needs to eat more peanut butter jelly sandwich and drink Ensure. Then Caleb McGarry. Um, those were the weak links. Let's just be honest. Um, I don't think Caleb McGarry is going to be back next year. So for all the Caleb McGarry fans, go ahead and trade your jersey in now. He ain't gonna be back. If you see 76 in 2023, I can almost guarantee you it ain't gonna have McGarry on the back of it. Definitely. Molly Mouse says that Jalen Mayfield is Curtis Mayfield's grandson. Oh boy. Oh man, y'all crazy, man. Y'all are crazy. Keyline's in here. What's going on, Keyline? He says, "What's going on? What's up, Coach Ronan, Coach Lowe, and the coaching staff? Been missing the interaction, man. We've been missing you, but where you been at? You had to just duck off on us and hide on us. What in the world, bro?" Coach Water says, "You never know. Hennessy might improve as well." Now, out of those three guys that I mentioned, who do you think? Where do you think the biggest? What do you think is the weakest link in that chain between Mayfield, Hennessy, and McGarry? What do you think is the biggest link? Now, if I'm not mistaken, and I got a terrible memory. I know that Ritter's right-handed. I know Mariota's right-handed. If we're going to be moving the pocket and changing those launch points, I don't know if I really need my right tackle to be legit. Because if I'm going to be rolling to the right, I'm taking it. Let's say we're doing handoffs / RPOs, and he's going to be rolling to his right to make those throws. I need him looking down the field. I don't need him rolling to the right and having any kind of worry about what's going on to his right? So I'm going to say I still think it's Hennessy, but in my opinion, I think Caleb McGarry comes in a close second. So let me see here. What do y'all say the biggest need, the weakest link in the chain is? What's going on, JT? Much love to you, my brother. Miller Mill said it's McGarry. He said he don't like Caleb McGarry. He said Hal says Hennessy, hands down. Mama says he likes Hennessy. What in the world? Keelan says two folks got McGarry jerseys, and neither of them and neither one of them is his mama. That's rough right there. That's rough right there, Bo. False Start Falcon says with Matt at quarterback is Mayfield. Okay. Pepper Boy 9, he said the whole team is the weak link. That's rough right there, boy. That's rough. Wait a minute. We got our first Superman chat of the night. Coach Padre, he says, "What's good, Coach Lowe? The question isn't whether or not Mayfield will improve, but will he improve enough to become a serviceable starter? Let Chlorine Patterson get some snaps." Let Chlorine Patterson get some snaps. Could be any worse. What in the world? Have we gone through every word in the C's in the Webster Dictionary? Chlorine Patterson, really? Dun dun dun. That's a Superman chat. What in the world? Oh man, y'all are crazy, man. Y'all are crazy. Ramsey Ward says, "Watch out, Low. Hennessy, he's gonna be on the rocks." What? Oh man. Now, Coach Wallace, he says, "Hey, Coach Lowe, all three of them are weak links right now. Until we see something different." Okay. I understand that. Excuse me. Matt Gary. Little see for more words sitting next to Mayfield. Wow. Y'all are Isaac Crimes is in here. He says Schaefer, Fetty have basically pushed McGarry out there. Wow. Hey, I wouldn't doubt it. I think there's a good possibility Appreciate that, Padre. Appreciate the dun. Chlorine Patterson. Anyway, I think there's a good possibility that Caleb McGarry is going to be your swing tackle this season. He's going to be your backup tackle. And I can almost guarantee you, if you go to training camp or if you get a chance to watch any OTA footage, he's going to be practicing blocking on that left side. Because if Jake Matthews goes down, he's going to be the guy that's going to be stepping in. Because I'm pretty sure he's not going to be the starting left tackle. They're trying to change this team up, guys. You know, Arthur Smith, I mean, his reputation on the line. He's been doing a whole bunch of talking. He's been pretending to be the smartest man in the room. So, I mean, you know, something gonna have to change, bro. Oh man. Redrick, what in the world, Bo? What's going on with your family? Definitely. Mill says, now as a backup, I'll take McGarry all day. I think that's just who he is. He's Caleb McGarry is Tyler Sombrero. He looks big and mean. He looks big, mean, and nasty. But you know, sometimes people look big, mean, and nasty, and they cream puffs, bro. You know. It's like that show, Is It Cake? That's what it's like. You're like, oh man, look at that. That's a bowling ball. You put a knife to it. No, it's not a bowling ball. It's a piece of cake. That's Caleb McGarry. He's the cake. Is it cake? That's him. Oh man. Hal Knight says, honestly, I think McGarry plays better with his RPO system with the mobile quarterback. That's the thing. And I think that's the point that a lot of Falcons fans have been trying to make over the last few years. Matt Ryan, he's been getting his brains beat in, right? Now, everybody's saying, well, look, if you had a mobile quarterback, it's not only one of those cases where, you know, he could get away from would-be sacks, but it's going to help your offensive line out because they don't have to hold blocks longer. And instead of that defensive line just going north and south, if you're moving the pocket, that defensive line, they also have to go east and west. You know, they have to run at an angle. And if I'm chasing you at an angle and you're 5 yards away from me, there's a bigger chance that you can miss, or I could go ahead and make that throw downfield that I need to make. So, I mean, all of those things legitimately come into play. The real says, what in the world, Bo? What's going on, Jamal? Much love to you. Reggie Young says, that big nasty cupcake. Oh, man. Man, y'all are crazy, boy. Big nasty cupcake. What's going on, Tyler Russell? Tyler Russell and Coach Padre, they actually met at the jam. Definitely good to see the coaching staff get together, man. Molly Mom says, all I know is the Falcons will get their butt whipped on week 1. Like, well, wait a minute. No, we're playing the Saints. I don't know how we go. What we finna get? We must get the Falcons going bowling or something the night before the game, week 1. I don't know how they're gonna get whooped up on. We playing the Saints. We finna win that game, Bo. And ain't no doubt in my mind. Oh man. Coach Mr. Bill says, hey coach, he still let guys blow past him. Says mobile quarterback or not, he wasn't doing his job correctly. And I look, I agree with you. I mean, this is getting him a mobile quarterback. It can't do nothing but help him. You know, just like the old folks say in the country, help him. It ain't gonna do nothing but help him. Coach Tyler says, Coach Christine and I are currently working on building our Falcons mobile. We're building on an airplane in our garage for flights from Houston to the games. Wow. Otherwise, it's a long drive. You can't beat that. You can't beat that, Coach. Dre says the Falcons, they start the season 1-0. Look, we playing the Saints. we playing the Saints. One thing I know, we start the season on 1-0. For one thing I know, Saints, they're gonna be 0-1. They're gonna be looking lost. You know, wandering aimlessly around the bayou looking for beignets and crawfish. John Brooks says, Big Low, the Falcons need to sign Beloved. Coach Low, that kid was funny. Oh, Big Low conspiracy. What's going on? Beloved, beloved, beloved. Oh, man. Man, y'all are crazy. What you say, baby? Oh yeah. I do want to let y'all know that there is Coach. Big Low Conspiracy does have another video in the pipeline coming very, very soon, beloved. So, make sure that you be there or be square, and you don't want to be walking around with four corners, beloved. Oh man. Bill Mill says, Low, when and where do you use Cordell Patterson now that we got a couple of running backs and actual wide receivers? I mean, to be completely honest with you, Cordell Patterson, like, he could be a slot guy for you. Um, you know, I think he could be a good power back for you. I mean, Algier, he's definitely a power back, but I mean, he could be that first. He could be that first down guy. Whenever you just legit need a first, he could be your screen guy. The screen is a variation of basically of zone run blocking, like they do in kickoff returns. He could do all that. you know, he could do all that. Let's see here. Keelan says, Coach, Saints fans been feeling themselves because of the Pontchartrain crawdads. he said, Coach. What you say, baby? he said the Saints fans been feeling themselves since the Pontchartrain crawdads won their Octo 8 minor league World Series. What's the Pontchartrain crawdads rallying cry? Like, y'all are crazy. Wait a minute. Coach Dre with the Superman chat. Coach Dre said Dennis Allen better have Sean Payton under his hat like Ratatouille this season. Like Ratatouille, Coach. What in the world? Dun, dun, dun. That's a Superman chat. Appreciate that, bro. Pepperboy says, Big Low, you'll hit 1,000,000 subs before the Falcons win the division. Well, hey, I ain't that close to 1,000,000 for me to hit it this season, bro. What in the world? Oh, man. Oh, boy, y'all are crazy. I can't fool with y'all, boy. Pontchartrain crawdads. Won their 8-8 World Series championship. Oh, man. Al says, I didn't even know Danny Shelton was a free. I seen somebody in here earlier said that they wanted Danny Shelton in free agency. Let's see if I can find that comment here. I seen it in here somewhere. Dre true statement. He says McGarry feet are too slow. Says his feet are too slow, like Mike Davis. Cornell Foster. He says I want Danny Shelton low. Hey, Danny Shelton. That's a good pickup too. I think he fits more of the 4-3 tackle, but I mean, look, Dean Pease, he's always working on something. And Cordell, I don't know if I seen you in here before, but if this is your first time in here, welcome, my brother. Welcome. I make sure that y'all welcome Cornell to the stream. Dre says, Big Low Conspiracy Channel. Hey, boy, you never know. you never know, beloved. You never know. Oh man, Mom said that the Falcons are the worst team in the division. See, that ain't nothing but hate talking, beloved. close your eyes and open up your heart, beloved. Keep that hate out your heart. Oh man. Oh, okay. All right. All right. I see you, Cornell. I see you. Much love to you, my brother. Much love to you. ATLGA Faithful's in here. You know it's a party now. You know it's a party now. Man. JT says, Big Low, it is true. They have more lady clubs in Atlanta, sweetie. What in the world? More lady clubs? What in the world? Oh man, Bill says Marcus Mariota will shine this year. Stamp it. Look, we gonna see. We gonna see. So with the whole quarterback situation, it's like we got a few things to take into consideration. One is Marcus Mariota. Yes, he's the veteran. He knows the system already, and you know Desmond Ridder. He's a young Thundercat. Coming in trying to learn something. Now, on the other side of the spectrum, yes, Desmond Ridder he's young. He's a third round pick. So that and this is something that a lot of people were commenting on the video. They were saying, "Well, look, coach, if Desmond Ridder was really their guy, they would have took him in the first or the second round." Like they don't realize that like these scouts give these guys draft grades just because they give them a third round draft grade, or they could have gave them a second round draft grade, but there could have been somebody on their board who was just higher, and they said, "Look, we're going to make the sensible decision." Fact of the matter is, they said they were looking at the kid for 2 years. Now, yes, he has a third round. He was a third round pick and everything, but it's one of those cases where Arthur Smith he don't have long. Like he 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 need to do something right now, right now, right now. So you ain't gonna be able to just sit here and just put this kid on the bench for a year and just act like everything's cool. Like Arthur Blank wants to see some changes quicker than fast. Y'all, he didn't get that. Arthur Blank didn't get naked for Deshaun Watson for no reason. He didn't risk his relationship with Matt Ryan for no reason. He's trying to see some changes. And all I'm saying is, if you put all that to consideration, starting Marcus Mariota for the whole season, I don't know if that'll be the move. Granddaughter says, Big Low, love the sound of croissant. Croissant. I'm about a croissant. Oh man. Look, I do need y'all to do a country boy favor. Make sure that you hit that like button. If you came in and you were just having such a good time, but you just forgot to hit it. I'm here to remind you. Ain't no problem. I got you. Make sure that you hit that like button. Also, make sure that you subscribe to the channel. We get together all the time, and share the channel with your friends and family. If you're a Falcons fan, you're a Saints fan, if you want somebody to come back and talk to later on, whenever the Falcons beat the Saints week 1, you can come here. You don't got to go nowhere else. Oh, man. Ramsey Ward says, Big Low, this is an ad in the Atlanta Journal-Constitution in the want ads that say, wanted, Falcons defense to play 17. To play 17 game. Well, we good, Bo. We good. We finna come hit you in the mouth. You know what we're gonna do? Whenever we play the Saints, we're gonna bring some garlic butter for whole crab legs. That's what we gonna do. Oh man, y'all look crazy. Padre says, Molly Mall, good cheese. Man, y'all look crazy, boy. Y'all are crazy. Bro City says, y'all bringing up the 30 for 30, bro. Dude don't play at Tampa no more. That's like continue to bring up 28-3, but it's more it's more funny. That ain't funny. Look, y'all go back and look at the channel. I said this a long time ago. Whenever they first got Jameis Winston, I said, "Look, Jameis Winston, he's gonna see it. Gonna sit behind Drew Brees, but whenever he gets his opportunity, Jameis is gonna be legit." Last season, before he got hurt, 15 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, 5 touchdowns the first game of the season. Like, don't get me wrong, Jameis. I think Jameis is that dude. He just has some maturity issues, and hopefully he could get that cleaned up. But Jameis is legit now. Don't get me wrong. Coach Wilder says, Coach Lowe, that would be the move if Mariota is performing good and Arthur Smith isn't going anywhere no time soon. I mean, look, we'll see. We'll see. You know, um, all I know is that Arthur Blank. All I'm saying is that Arthur Blank is really enamored with Desmond Ritter. And think about this. Desmond Ritter ain't never wore number 4 before. Desmond Ritter wearing number 4 in Atlanta. And I don't know if that's symbolic or anything. But what I'm saying is that Desmond Ritter is the replacement for Deshaun Watson. He's wearing number 4. It's going to make everybody forget about Deshaun Watson, pretty much. And I think we can all agree after the smoke is cleared and everything, and all of these new details are coming out. Looks like we dodged the bullet. Not getting Deshaun Watson. It looks like we dodged the bullet. Let's be honest. Rose City said they finna have that fried Falcon. We gonna see, bro. We gonna see. Bridget says I like Jameis and all, but he decided to go play for the Aints. Now he's an enemy. Man, he just had to. He had to go to the black and gold, bro. I don't know. I don't know. Ain't no telling about old Jameis, boy. Coach Water says, Coach Lowe, that's not the reason Ritter. I know, man. I'm just joking, Coach. I'm just joking. But yeah, I mean, I legitimately think that long term, if Marcus Mariota comes out and let's say he throws 25 touchdowns, 8 interceptions this season, I still think it's not going to be a long term solution. Um, like I said, I work in the insurance industry. Just go by the law of large numbers. Marcus Mariota, he always gets hurt. So let's say he does come out and he stays healthy this whole season. Who's to say first game of the next season he doesn't get hurt? I mean, I know that he's 28, 20. I forgot how old he is, but Desmond Ritter, Superman, young Thundercat. I mean, heard that man young, bro. Look, y'all know what time it is. What's in my cup is in my cup. It might be water, might be moonshine, but if you see me smiling, that means I'm happy to see you. That's good stuff right there. Trey, what's going on, brother? Much love to you. Granddaughter says 6 more likes to 50. Please get the likes past 50. Thank you so much. Much love to you, my brother. Rose City said it's okay to be delusional Falcon fan. Nothing has changed. Keelan says I ain't seen J-Bo doing them goofy workouts this off season, so I don't know how many W's he finna eat. I seen him doing the goofy workouts. He's just one of those. He's an awkward. He has awkward body mechanics. It's like I don't even knock him because we all look awkward doing something, right? You know, we all look awkward doing something. So it's like Jameis, he just looks awkward doing quarterback workouts, which is what he's paid millions of dollars to do. Man. Miller Bill says, Low, Dion Jones is what's going to make this defense tick this year. We need him. Man, boy, you sure you want to open up that can of worms, Bo? It's 10:30. You sure you want You sure you want to go? You sure you want to do that? Huh? Oh man. My mom said those goofy workouts. Exactly. It's like, people do goofy workouts. I'm pretty sure I look goofy sitting typing on the computer all day long, but guess what? I get paid very good money to do it. So it's like you can't knock it, bro. Ramsey said, Big Low drinking that kryptonite. Nah, I can't. I can't drink kryptonite because I'm Superman. It's a Superman drink. So I can't drink because then I'll be dead in the water, bro. Padre said, just say he flicked it, coach, like they used to say back. I forgot the word flicked it. Like, man, he thought that thing flicked it. Boy, you a fool, boy. House Knight says, move Dion to safety. What do you think, Bo? All right, so look. All right, so last year the Atlanta Falcons ran 4-2-5 defense a lot. We are multiple front defense. I really feel like Dean Pease was trying to make sure that he kept things simple. So he ran the 4-2-5 defense, 4 down linemen, 2 linebackers, 5 defensive backs. Most of the time, after Isaiah Oliver got hurt, we ran a lot of big nickel, right? So with that being said, I think what would be the most efficient thing to do, especially with Ebiketie, who has a potential to be a day one starter. If you run 3-4 under, if you run a 3-4 under, like a 3-3-5, 3-4 under, and then what you could do is you can actually make Debo. They call it different things in different positions. Some people call it a money back, a money down. Some people call them I've heard the star. I've heard multiple different things, and basically what that is, that's like a box safety linebacker kind of deal. So that is one option. If you run the 3-4 under, and for everybody that's watching, I'm going to give you a little lesson on that terminology. Keyline says Dion Jones making an impact. Somebody done hopped in a DeLorean and went back to 2016. Great Scott Martin. Great Scott, boy. You a fool, boy. Dun, dun, dun. That's a Superman chat. The hop in the DeLorean. All right. So that 3-4 defense, that 3-4 under defense, because we're the coaching staff, right? Appreciate that $5 Superman chat, Keelan. Much love to you. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. That 3-4 under defense. So we're looking at that tight end, right? Whatever side of that tight end is on, that's the strong side, right? So if we shift our linemen and we have our nose tackle lined up in the 3 technique on the guard on the weak side, that's the under. So that's a 3-4 under. This is, so y'all can talk some trash in the barbershop. Sound y'all know what y'all talking about. That's the 3-4 under. Now, if you're running 3-4 over, then you're gonna go the other side. So you're gonna have that nose tackle lined up, that 3 technique on the side of that tight end. So that's just a little something for you. But what I was saying is that if you run that 3-4 under, and you can have one of those guys, because we picked up a lot of speed. You can have one of those tight ends lined up over. I'm sorry, you can have one of those linebackers lined up over that tight end. So moving forward, they don't know if that tight end, he doesn't know if you're coming in or if you're going to cover. And same thing for him. You don't know if he's going to block or if he's going to go out. But they can have their own personal chess match. Or if you want to get technical, I don't know if y'all. You can actually stunt with that end, and kind of confuse things with that tackle and that tight end. So I mean, I really feel like it's one of those cases where the sky's the limit. Joseph Thorpe says, "Yeah, we run a 3-4 everywhere." 3-4 everywhere. That's what we run about. Grandizer says, My man Big Low Country is winning all day, every day, and twice on game day. That's right, Bo. 3 times whenever we play the Saints. Coach Water says, but Dion is not a safety. And I'm not asking him to be a safety. I'm asking him to be that defensive back / linebacker role where sometimes he's going to have safety responsibilities because, we've seen Dion Jones play that Tampa 2 coverage where he's just running down the middle of the field, you know, and that's essentially kind of what a safety does. He's 15, 20 yards down the field, just streaking down the middle of the field, trying to cover tight ends and everything else. So, I mean, it's essentially he's had safety responsibilities before. So, I'm not asking him to be a safety. I'm asking him to be a football player. So, if he ran that star, that money position, that's definitely an option because, I mean, that's something that he's capable of doing, and it plays to his strengths a little bit more. Miller Mill says, "Oh, okay, but don't robbers play sort of that slot gap?" Yeah, in some schemes they call them robbers too. Some schemes they do call them robbers. And like I said, there's a lot of different names for them. Money, star. I've heard beast. I've heard robber. So, I mean, you could they got all kinds of names. you know, it's kind of like if I go over one of my play calls, y'all, some of y'all who played football before, y'all be like, what in the world is that? Right? So, for example, if I say, hey, all right, we finna run Orange, Tevin Coleman, Dracula, X Streaker 9, check with me. You be like, what in the world is that? And then it's like if I sit down and actually break it down and talk to you, I say, okay, so we're going orange. My offense knows that orange, that's an even number. So that means that we're hiking the ball on 2, right? Tevin Coleman, 26. That means that we're running the 26. Halfback is going to that third gap on the right side. Dracula. Well, where's the Dracula come from? Oh, okay. Dracula. Count Dracula. Oh, counter. Okay, so we're running a counter. 26 on 2. What's the X streaker 9? Okay, so that means that my X, he's just gonna run a straight 9 route, running up the field. But why is he doing that if we run the counter? That's why I told you to check with me. Now it makes sense. So it's like we talk about all of those different names for those roles: the star, the money, the robber, the beast. At the end of the day, they all do the same thing. At the end of the day, they all do the same thing. You know. So I mean, it's legitimately one of those things, guys. Let's get it. GA says, Coach, good to see you, brother. Just want to say prayers to the families who lost their children in yesterday's tragedy at Robb Elementary. Can't imagine what they're going through. Yeah, definitely, man. Definitely. Our prayers are definitely with them, man. It's definitely rough, my brother. Definitely rough. Coach Waller says, but this was his first year learning a new scheme. I mean, yeah, and I definitely understand that, Coach. You know, at the end of the day, we can't defend these players, though. I understand that that was his first year learning a new scheme. He's also a professional athlete. That's his job to learn a new scheme. Sometimes you got to learn on the fly. you know, sometimes you got to learn on the fly. Man, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. Let's see here. J J True Statement says, what's the protection called on that play again? Oh, I forgot to play now. What we say? We said Orange Tevin Coleman, Dracula, X Streak and 9 check with me. That's what it was. And in some schemes, especially you running these high school, middle school programs, it's like most of the time, you're not teaching them to run zone and power. Either you running power or you running zone, right? You got to have a special kind of program and a special kind of special kind of offensive line to run both of them. So it's one of those cases where you don't even verify what that is. They already know what they're running. They know if they're running zone, that most likely that guard, he's going to go ahead and pull off to that middle linebacker, or you know the first face that he sees, and you know that um that running back, that tailback, he's just going to try to find some daylight and get on up the field. Ghost Pepper says it seems highly unlikely that they'll pay $20 million. June 1st is right around the corner. Let's see how many um nanoseconds it takes for Dan Quinn to sign Debo to be a Dallas broke back cow. What? To be a Dallas broke back cowboy. Y'all are crazy, boy. Oh man. Mac Time Mike, he said Dion, he ain't got no title, he's just a football player. He ain't got no title, he's just a football player. Trey True Statement said, okay, I didn't hear that counter. Cool. Okay, yeah. Count Dracula. We call it Dracula. That's a counter. Definitely, man. Definitely. But yeah, I mean, Debo, he's just a football player. That's what he does. So I think it's one of those cases where if we just put him in the right situation to succeed, I think he'll play even better. Everybody's saying, "Oh, but he got 100 tackles last year, coach. He was second. He was second on the team in tackles and in 10th or 11th in the league in tackles. Isn't that good?" I'm sitting here like, well, first of all, no, that's not good. That means that the team obviously had a lot of opportunities to tackle. Way too many opportunities to tackle if you got two guys in the top 10 in the league in tackles. So it's one of those cases where he ain't had no choice but to get those tackles to a certain extent. And then, I mean, we're just talking about, there was a reason why the team had that many opportunities to get that many tackles. They couldn't get off the field when they needed to. Right. So I mean, we definitely need to take that into consideration. Coach Wilder says, but Dion's money is already accounted for. Well, this is the NFL. Ain't nobody money accounted for. Deshaun Watson, he thinks he thinks his contract is fully guaranteed. Let some more bad news come out about what happened with his whole scandal situation. Let's see if his contract is fully guaranteed. Things will change up real quick, Bo. I'm telling you. Oh man. Billy Mills says, I thought Comiskey was gonna be a simp. Guess not. I don't know. Simp. I don't know. Tell me what you're talking about, Bo. But Coach Wise, Dion Jones, I know that his contract, I think we could let him go. And I think we'd have a cap hit of like $7 million, and it would free up like 13 million. But if you're a linebacker in the NFL and you're making $20 million, you need to make more plays than he made last year. I mean, let's be completely honest with you. You need to make more plays than that. And he didn't play like a $20 million player. Ball Star Falcon says, Coach, I said the same thing about Fourier. Y'all remember Paul Warlow? Paul Warlow led the league in tackles too. You want to go back to the days of Nate Stupar? Like, you definitely can. Keelan says, Coach plays be like Turquoise, Jesse Tuggle, Freddie Krueger, to check with the ref, 07, ready break. What? What in the world? Could be like Turquoise, Jesse Tuggle, Freddie Krueger, check with the ref, 07, break. Like, no. I don't even know what that is. Oh man. Oh man. Oh man. Some people something. Oh, okay. I got you, Coach. I got you. What? Y'all are crazy, man. Granddad said, please hit that like button and subscribe and share. Help the algorithm for Big Low Country. Big Low Country dropping weekly content. Much appreciated. Rise up. Definitely, man. Definitely. Molly Moss says, Big Low, get a box of Kleenex ready for week 1. What? Why? Talk about whenever we cry these tears of joy, when we whoop up on these Saints. Jay says Paul Warlow. I definitely brought that point up to someone else. Yeah, like Paul Warlow led the league in tackles, guys. I don't know if y'all remember that. And it wasn't one of those cases where we're like, oh man, whew, we need to get this guy $20 million a year. No, that wasn't the case. That wasn't the case. He had too many opportunities. So, we can sit up here and say, hey, this guy, he was 10th in the league in tackles. Why was he 10th in the league? Was he just that? Was he legitimately running from sideline to sideline? And how many stops did he get? How many times did he keep people from getting first downs on third down? He didn't miss any tackles, any key tackles on third down, did he? Was he capitalizing on these plays? Was he getting his team off of the field? That's the question. That's the question. Billy Mill says, Low, you remember Ed Hart? Man, I remember Ed Hart well. We got him from the Ravens. I thought he was going to go off. I like, oh, man, we got old Raven in here, boy. We're going to do something big. Man, Ed Hartwell, he was on TV, on VH1 more than he was. Wasn't he the one on VH1? I can't remember. But he was on, I remember he wasn't on TV for the Falcons. Wilder says, Coach Lowe, if we cut Dion, we would have a dead cap hit of $83 million. And I don't think they're going to let. Oh, you mean $83 million total? I think that's what you're saying. $83 million total. I mean, look, man, it's like this season. This is the season for a dead cap hit. It is what it is. Like, I think they try to break a record. To be completely honest with you. So I mean, it's just one of those things. Just one of those things. Gutter Ghost said, "Yeah, you got hurt. Yeah, I remember that. He got hurt." Yeah, I think Coach Waters is saying 83 million total. I think that's what he's saying. 83 million total. Definitely. Let's see here. Let's get it. Says, I'm 8 fans gonna be mad week 1. Famous Jameis, 17-23 with 2 pick sixes. Definitely deserving of a player of a week honors for the defense. I'm hoping that that's the case. The Saints, they finna be marching out crying. The tears in their eyes. Like, what's wrong with you, Saints fans? We okay. We okay. We okay, baby. We okay, Big Lord. Ain't nothing wrong with us. Like, you okay, man? Don't cry. Big boy, he says, tank season is here, buddy. No. We ain't taking. The coach told y'all. He said, look, I don't know where y'all get this tanking talk from. We ain't tanking. I don't know. Maybe y'all tanking or something, but we ain't tanking. So we gonna see. Wait a minute. Wait, what? Hal says Colin Kaepernick signed with the Raiders. What in the world? If that's the congratulations to Colin Kaepernick, man, I ain't know. Yeah, I seen that he worked out with the Raiders, but man, if he did, man, that's good. Tyrone Brock says, you got to keep hope alive. Keep hope alive, baby. That's all you got to do. Because imagine if this team were to perform and let's say come close to a playoff, they could sniff a playoff with an $83 million cap hit. Then next year that cap hit comes off the books, it's finna go down. Like there's a well. What the New Orleans Saints fans say, it's finna go down like there's a well in the boat, baby. Below, it's finna go down, below. I don't know if you're ready for that. It's finna go down. My mom said the Falcons, they tanking for CJ Stroud. No, CJ Stroud tanking for the Falcons. We ain't we ain't taking for nothing. We ain't taking for nothing. Okay. He just worked out for him. Okay. I got you. John Brooks says, guys, make sure you smash that like for Coach Lowe and our Braves. Yes, sir. Home of the Braves. Brian Peoples, what in the world, Bo? You ain't missed nothing, man. We were talking about. I was thinking that maybe J.C. Treader would be a good pickup for the Falcons on the offensive line. I think we need a veteran center um, for this new quarterback, whoever it is, whether it's Mariota or whether it's Desmond Ritter, but whoever it is, we need to make the bed for them and you know uh, put them in the best situation possible. Definitely. Now, one more thing that I want to talk to y'all about. I was just thinking about this yesterday. I said I need to run this by the coaching staff. So Jake Matthews, he's been a Falcon for a long time, right? I think he's the longest reigning Falcon right now. He was actually here during the Mike Smith era. I want to ask y'all, when this all said and done for Jake Matthews, does he get inducted into the Ring of Honor for the Atlanta Falcons? If you feel like he does, put a one in the chat. If you feel like that's not the case, put a two in the chat. I was just thinking about this. I was like, does Jake Matthews make it into the Ring of Honor for the Falcons? I was like, man, I don't know. ATLGA Faithful says, I hope Edwards has a breakout year. I hope so too, Bo. I definitely hope so myself. But yeah, if you feel like Jake Matthews makes it to the Ring of Honor, put a one in the chat. If you feel like it's he been good, but he ain't that guy, put the two in the chat. I legitimately want to know because I was trying to figure this out myself yesterday. I was like, man, is that the case? I need to run that by the coaching staff and see what they think. Let's see what they think if Jake Matthews makes it. Grandizer says 3 more likes to 60. Please get the likes past 60. Thank you so much. Yes, definitely. If y'all could, if you hadn't hit it yet, make sure that you hit that like button. Promise y'all dance at your wedding one day if you can. Let me see here. Let me see what everybody thinks. If you feel like Jake Matthews should be inducted into the Ring of Honor, put a one in the chat. If you don't feel like that's the case, put a two in the chat. Milan says one, thinks that he would. Hal Snipes agrees, says one. Brian Peebles, Grandizer, thinks that he will make it into the Ring of Honor. ATLGA Faithful says two. He says, but I don't know. Marcus Johnson says Hicks will look good at the other DN opposite. Ooh, man, boy. See, think about Hicks. He can play inside and outside. I mean, that's legitimately the truth. John Brooks and the real Marcus Johnson, they think that he'll make it into the Ring of Honor. Coach Waller says, yeah, this is Jake's 9th year, and yes, he does go into the Ring of Honor. Okay. Marcus Johnson says one. Keelan says one, definitely. He's been good, not great at the hardest O-line position for a long time. Coach Padre thinks that he makes it as well. False Start Falcon says Jake be barely holding on. He said Jake be barely holding on over there though, Bo, to be honest. He really do. I mean, but he continues to get it done. Coach Dre thinks that he makes it. Dre True Statement says one. I think he does. I don't think that he's elite, but he has been our most consistent left tackle in a long time. Definitely. Also, we got a Superman chat in here. Molly Mall says, Below, remember what you said. The Falcons will go into week one with all of their clothes on and come out week one butt naked with one sock. What? When did I say that, Molly Mall? Molly Bob, thank you so much for supporting the channel, my brother. That's that. Dun, dun, dun. That's a Superman chat. Well, in your case, that's a super naked chat. I don't know what the word. Oh man, y'all are crazy, boy. Able 2K says this season going to be interesting for ATL. That's all I got to say. It's going to be very interesting. It's going to be very interesting, man. Woo, man. Well, look, I ain't finna hold y'all up, man. I know that I got on here a little bit late, and I just wanted to come on chop it up with y'all for a little bit. Want to thank y'all once again for chilling out with the old country boy and the coaching staff. Much love to you. If you hadn't subscribed yet, make sure that you subscribe. Do want to let you know that we are going to have another Big Low Conspiracy video coming out probably sometime this week. So make sure that you keep an eye out for that. Make sure that you share the channel with your friends and family. And please, in the meantime, don't do anything that I would do. I need y'all to stay safe and y'all finish this week out strong. Y'all already know what time it is. We ready.